Good afternoon, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for Sunday, November 9th, 2014, around 3:21 p.m. in Billerica, Massachusetts. A mix of sun and cloud skies. High is 55 degrees right now. It's a typical fall day with a lot of chilliness and stuff, but it's warm for this time of year, considerably seasonably warm, and get out and enjoy these nice days, but because very soon it's going to be cold and snowy, and also get out and rake these leaves up. Some news to report: the Patriots have a bye week this week, so they're not playing today, but there's a lot of good NFL football games on, and it's Happy World Freedom Day in the United States. And that's about it on that. My next subject is about classic television show, The Greatest American Hero. The Greatest American Hero was a classic television series that aired on ABC for parts of 3 seasons, from March 18, 1981 to February 3rd, 1983. It was a science fiction / comedy / drama series. It was created by Stephen J. Cannell, who was famous for creating and writing classic television series, and he also produced them, such as The A-Team, Hunter, Renegade, Wise Guy, The Rockford Files, and a couple of others. And this series stars William Katt as Ralph Hinckley, a special education high school special education teacher, but they had to change his last name from Hinckley to Hinckley due to John Hinckley trying to attempt to assassinate President Ronald Reagan when the series began, a couple of weeks after the series began, so they had to change his last name because they didn't want to have something associated with an attempted president assassination. And it was also co-starred Robert Culp as FBI agent Bill Maxwell, and Connie Sellecca as Pam Davison, who was Ralph's lawyer. She helped Ralph with his divorce. Eventually she became his girlfriend, and eventually his wife when the series ended. And the series is about Ralph's adventures after a group of aliens give him a suit which was red, and which gave him superhuman powers of ESP, speed, light, X-ray vision, and so many other superpowers. And Ralph hates wearing a suit, and he actually loses the instructions after getting the suit. And this is the comedy aspect of the show, when he loses a suit, and with the powers. He hated the suit, but he loved doing the adventures, it seemed like. And Ralph and Bill and Pam worked on all the adventures, and the series was originally based on real life like problems. But the show, after maybe during the second season, the suits at ABC, the executives, wanted The Greatest American Hero to be like a superhero type show, like Batman and Superman and all of the other ones that they in the past, and that kind of took away from the series a little bit, because when the early episodes, I think the first season dealt with a lot of real life problems, which that was pretty good. It got pretty high ratings for the first season, but the second and third season it didn't. The ratings went down and got canceled after the third season. And I think sometimes with the series they didn't want it to be kind of, sometimes with superheroes, so there's a lot of drama in it, and I think they didn't like the comedy aspect of this series. Too much comedy and drama for a superhero, so it really doesn't work. But The Greatest American Hero was probably one of those series. It was for comic relief, and it was a lot of sci-fi stuff, which I pretty liked a lot. I think Ralph and Bill and Connie had a lot of chemistry together and stuff on the series. It really gelled, but the ratings weren't really there when it was on ABC and stuff. But they had the theme song, believe it or not, was a top 40 hit when it came out. The series came out. I think that song peaked at #1 maybe in May of 1981 and stuff, and it was a big hit that's on. And that's what this series is mainly known for, is that show, but theme song, Believe It or Not. I kind of enjoyed the series. It was a pretty good series in my opinion. Should have lasted longer if they kept the comedy aspect more of it, instead of focusing on being more of a superhero type show. It could have had maybe a 4 or 5 year run, but those things happen. Reruns of The Greatest American Hero were seen in Boston on Fox 25 for many years. Also, in the 90s, it was shown at FX and stuff. It hasn't appeared on MeTV yet, but it will sooner or later. In fact, they tried to make a revival of The Greatest American Hero. Well, they called it The Greatest American Heroine. In 1986, there was a pilot TV movie that was going to be shot and maybe shown for potential series on NBC, and they reunited the cast with Robert Cole, William Cott, and Connie Sellecca, and this was filmed several years after the original series ended. The series ended in 1983, so it was only 3 years. And the reason why they wanted to have the heroine, because the Ralph's secret identity was revealed to the public, and that got the aliens mad, and Ralph became a celebrity. And with him being exposed, Ralph and Bill had to find somebody to take the place of Ralph on the adventures to help with Bill. And they did research, the qualities and stuff like that. Bill did, but they wanted Ralph found somebody to take his place. It was a young woman who was a teacher named Holly Hathaway. She was played by Marianne Ellen Stewart, and she's a school teacher, and they do the training and stuff, and it was pretty good. That was on the DVD version of The Greatest American Hero, the season 1, and when the executives on NBC saw the pilot, they passed on it, saying this is not going to work as a series. And I'm very surprised that it didn't go into, they didn't do a first run syndication of it, because I thought the pilot of The Greatest American Heroine was pretty good. But, they never attempted to. Stephen J. Cannell never attempted to, but I'm very surprised he didn't, because it could have had a nice run in syndication and stuff. And this was years before cable was a factor for getting television series. Many of them were low budgeted for television series they did for cable back in the 80s and stuff. Cable was not a factor in with series because they didn't have really the big budget for it. But I like that pilot for The Greatest American Heroine. Should have became a series in my opinion. And Fox is trying to revive The Greatest American Hero. They ordered a pilot, but it hasn't aired yet, and I don't know if the Fox executives have seen the pilot. But I don't like classic television series being rebooted for this generation. Maybe they should do a movie version of The Greatest American Hero, in my opinion. That's what they should do. They should not reboot any classic television series. They're probably doing it because they're running out of ideas. That's another story for another day. Leave the classic television series what they are. Don't need reboots. And I don't think The Greatest American Hero is going to be a hit, the new version, if Fox picks it up. Well, that's about it on that. I'll be back later with the third and final video blog of the night, which will be about Doug Flutie, the Boston College quarterback legend, and also CFL legend and NFL quarterback. Have a good day, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. Bye now.